Skipper George.
Blackpot. Kukushoda man.
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 This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, and here we speak truth to power. We apologize for the break in transmission or streaming. Technical issues. Please, the inconvenience is very much regretted. Spread the word, share the broadcast. We are back. We've done just one story, and we have 4 more stories to go. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodamo, and here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Swedru boys storm court over Abu Trika to stop extradition. Now, Abu Trika is a Swedru boy. Abu Trika, the master trickster. He is certainly not a gangster, but many say he's a wangster. This superstar of Sakawa, the boy called Abu Trika. He was in court today. My brother, my sister. Now there is a certain $8 million American dollar wire fraud tag on his head. So he's been going to court on and off. That's Abu Trika arriving in court, trying to smile. And, my brother, my sister, the authorities pushed him out quickly and took him in there to start yet another phase of trial. This is Abu Trika. He was there. Dash it away. Now, when Abu Trika arrived in court, a lot of Swedru boys had arrived. He's there to answer charges and defend himself against extradition to America, where it is said that an $8 million American dollar wire fraud theft case is hovering around his head like fireflies around the cemetery at night. This is Abu Trika. His lawyers have been fighting this in court. And today, he went to court. He flaunted money on social media. He was the Swedru big boy. I believe many boys left school to attend his Sakawa school of prosperity. This is Abu Trika. He built a whole Abu Trika mansion in Swedru at the Liberty Junction. This is Abu Trika. Swedru Sakawa kingpin, according to the FBI. Now the FBI trailed him quietly with the patience of the vulture. And when they finally were sure about what was happening, my brother, my sister, they quickly contacted their Ghanaian counterparts and asked them to pick up Abu Trika and ready him up for extradition to the United States of America, where he had allegedly committed crimes amounting to stealing using the wires to the tune of $8 million American dollars in romance scam. His lawyers are fighting that. He was arrested right here in Accra, and we gave you the full story. My brother, my sister, this is Abu Trika. He fell ill while he was in custody, and we were told that he had kaka, toothache, and he had to see his dentist. Abu Trika made so much money. He drove cars that Elon Musk and Bill Gates drove. Yet they didn't know that there was such a big guy in Swedru, as big as these two guys, Bill Gates and Elon Musk. He arrived in court, whisked into the courtroom, but he was greeted by some Swedru boys who had come with placards. Free Abu Trika. Human rights activists, where are you? No, don't extradite him to the United States. He has not committed any crime against Ghana, not even against America. And they were behind the fence, shouting, singing, and chanting. Then, one of the lawyers of Abu Trika, Oliver Baka Mausi Vamao, Oliver Baka Mausi Vamao, decided to go to the Kita boy, Keta, to talk to the boys. And he left them happy and well-conditioned for the mini demonstration. What did Oliver tell the Swedru demonstrators? Watch this.
Support na mo de mamu yams no meti afi ba me sere mo se police for car na ba na mama no kwan en se de achi bi obi nkugina ba bi nka se o ba ye on ma police for na ye yi ndi so mo car na ba pe na ma obi a bie mo ama why me sere mo
He made it clear. Yes, you can demonstrate because it's in your right to do that. And journalists are also here to cover. Behave yourselves well. When you see the police cars coming, make way so that one day they wouldn't use this against the man that you are coming to support. And he walked into the court. Oliver Baka Mausi Vomawo, the Keta boy. When you go to Keta, just by the Prinsenstein fort, there's a beautiful painting of this gentleman on one of the walls. They love him in the area. My brother, my sister, he's one of the lawyers of Abu Trika, the master trickster. He is not a gangster. Many say he is a gangster. This superstar of Sakawa, Abu Trika. Oh my God. So he was in the courtroom after the boys had made a lot of noise and still outside demonstrating, holding placards all over the place, asking that all the noise about Abu Trika must cease. The placards were all in red on white background. And these boys from Swedru, as were identified, moved from one point to the other, showing the messages on their placards. They were there and asking for Abu Trika to be freed. For them, Abu Trika has not done any wrong. For them, Abu Trika should be freed. They want to see him back in Swedru. He is not a criminal. They danced. They danced their hearts out. They sang songs. They sweated. Oh my God. But it is in their right to do that. And very lawful. When the court case was done, Abu Trika was picked up again, thrown into the car, whilst newsmen and content creators pulled out their cameras right in front of the red car with number showing Abu Trika, oh my God, have mercy, was pulled out of the courtroom. The door of the car opened, fully handcuffed, pushed inside by security authorities, and vroom, they got ready to put the car into momentum. My brother, my sister, it was the end of the court day for Abu Trika. Whilst people stood there, some smiling and some wondering what would happen next. But what happened really in court? Trika's lawyers argued that the laws as bequeathed to us and agreed upon 1931 and beyond, all the extraditable cases mentioned there and beyond, my brother, my sister, did not support what Trika allegedly had done. Can I break it down? This thing that Trika has allegedly done is not a case that warrants extradition. Therefore, we are here to fight and tell you that free Trika now, and to use the law courts and the laws to let you understand that Trika is not supposed to be extradited. He has not done anything wrong that demands extradition. My brother, my sister, this was what the lawyer said. And the judge said, no problem. They'll give themselves up to Wednesday. They will return to court and they will rule on this. Is this going to be the end of the case? If they say no, he can be extradited, what happens next? Does the case continue or does it end there? My brother, my sister, the FBI is waiting very patiently to provide an airplane for Trika to be flown alongside his best friend, Daniel Yusuf, to the United States, where they are supposed to answer charges on stealing from all men and women $8 million American each. How will the case end? Is Trika going to walk free? Would he be extradited? Could the FBI be wrong? Could the lawyers be wrong? The case of Trika hangs in the balance. From where I sit, it doesn't look too good for Trika. It looks like he will join Kofi Boat and the rest, the same place Hajia for real went, the same journey Trika might be embarking on. If he is innocent, may he walk free. But if it's not, may he suffer for the atrocities he meted out to people. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey ya! Hey yo! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
One skipper judge.
Blackpot. Cuckoo show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonemo, and here we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit on the subscription bell and right after that, the notification so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Story number 3. Watch this, my youths. Freddy Blay fighting for life in police detention. Freddy Blay fighting for life in police detention. Insert the word for. Freddy Blay fighting for life in police detention. Freddy Blay fighting for life in police detention. My brother, my sister, who is Freddy Blay? He is a member of the NPP. He is also the major shareholder in a media house publication. Newspaper. Yes, my brother, my sister. That at a point was the biggest private newspaper in Ghana. This is Freddy Blay. He was a member of the CPP, Kwame Nkrumah CPP. In the Nzema region, he was always winning MPship. He became an MP for 4 terms running, until he earned the name Elembele Mugabe. He had been there for so long, the people were fed up and tired, and they needed him out. It took Kofi Amabua to kick him out of the way. In fact, he crossed carpets from the CPP to the NPP. After a little argument, we are told. My brother, my sister, this is Freddy Blay. Oh, yes. Now, he's a stalwart of the NPP. And I don't know what is happening. But for some time now, he's overly obsessed with land. He and his son recently were embroiled in so much controversy about some Labadi land issue. Government land, government property, and a Blakk had to come out and shout and make noise, and the matter is in court as we speak. He has used unprintable words on a Blakk. But my brother, my sister, it didn't end there. He went all the way to the eastern region, still fighting for land. A gentleman had his own land, according to him, put up a house, a structure was in the offing, when this man allegedly ordered alongside a certain chief, one Nana Osai, and the building was brought down. And this is what we're talking about. Courtesy GH1. This is the video. This is the land. A bulldozer was brought in there, allegedly, by the authorization of Elembele Mugabe and the chief. The chief was arrested. The matter went to court. Over and over, Elembele Mugabe failed to attend. Over and over. So there was a bench warrant for his arrest. And we have gone through this story already. He was arrested. taken all the way to the eastern region. And then, my brother, my sister, handed over to security forces right here in Accra. And all of a sudden, he fell ill. And when he fell ill, they took him all the way to the UGMC, University of Ghana Medical Center. And there he was. Elembele Mugabe was about to lose his life. What happened to Elembele Mugabe? Run the dossier. This is Elembele Mugabe. His BP rose to abnormal heights. And his lawyers had to come into action. He was supposed to be in custody for 3 weeks. The court had asked him over and over to come to court. And he's a lawyer. He should understand this better. But no, by some level of arrogance or something, he decided not to go to court. Or he failed not to go to court until the judge got angry and decided that, you know what? You, Elembele Mugabe, will show you something. And a bench warrant for his arrest was issued. And he was captured from his fugitive lifestyle and brought to court. The judge refused him bail. That was where his sickness started. They are all like that. Wound to me and all those crooks. They misbehave. And when they are arrested, they all of a sudden fall ill, including this crook. It's so unfortunate how these crooks all of a sudden fall ill when they are on the wrong side of the law. And this guy here is a lawyer. He knows the law. Yet, for some reason, he refused to go to court, or he failed to go to court. The judge decided that, no, I will not take your plea. You will be locked in there for 3 weeks. All of a sudden, Popo Blakk caught him. He was there shivering like a chicken on heat. I'm dying, oh. Whoa, I'm dying, oh. You are what? When you were misbehaving towards the courts, you didn't know that you were going to die. Kwame Nkrumah was put in there. Did he ask for bail? He went through it responsibly. They're these chickens. These guys with no respect for our laws. These guys who think political power is everything. These guys with so much arrogance, wound to me, Elembele Mugabe, and all those guys. At your age, what are you looking for land for? To the point of alleged state capture. My brother, his lawyers argued that his BP rose to abnormal heights, maybe the height of Burj Khalifa. And again, age-related, whatever. Did he consider his age when he was misbehaving towards the courts? It reminds me of Oliver Twist. Have you read it before? There's a guy in it there called Fagin, F-A-G-I-N. When he misbehaved and the courts were about to sentence him, he said, consider my age. When you were doing all those things, did you remember that you were aged? My brother, my sister, finally, this was what happened in courts. His lawyers arrived. They walked to the courts. Yes. And then, who can you see is the lead counsel, Godfrey Dame, former Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Godfrey Dame. And then there were guys out there, Abu Trika style, same red on a white background. But this time around, not placards. Cloth, free Freddy Blay, free Freddy Blay, free Freddy Blay. NPP, people were there. That is why our nation would constantly struggle to reach there. When dirty politicians misbehave, youth would always be paraded. Come and say, free Captain B, free Captain C, free Captain F. Look at them. Look at them. They came out there, a lot of them wearing face masks to cover their identities, for fear of whatever they fear. When he was state capturing, allegedly, where were these people? Today he goes to court and he says he has Blakk. He's going to die. He's walking like a chicken with one leg. Bash, 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 bash. And he wants sympathy. Look at what Sir John did. Old as he was still state capturing, stealing government land. Until he died, nobody cared about what he was stealing. After all, his party was in power. And when he died, his will exposed the dirty NPP in power. His will was bequeathing land that he did not own to cronies and other thieves. Such a dirty thief. He's in hell as we speak right now. Satan is sodomizing him night and day. He's crying, why? He's there. Who is going to save him? He treated Ghanaians like animals, said John. They put him in charge of the forest. He stole from the forest. Oh yes. Ramsar sites he captured and put those in his will as his own. And everything that he owned, 90% of that, he got that within a short period of time when his party was in power. You could tell the source of that. Elembele Mugabe was a strong man going about, flaunting his macho, state capturing, allegedly. But when they locked him up for just one day, he caught Blakk, such a coward. Be there! 3 weeks they were giving him. And when all those people came out and they were saying, free Freddy Blay, free Freddy Blay, there was a guy who stood by them and he was speaking English. Let's listen to his English. Watch this.
The first comment I make is that ordinarily this would not have been difficult at all. So clearly the denial of bail to our Freddy Blay was quite unusual because almost every offense in Ghana is bailable. Apart from that, you have regard to the person's circumstances, his means in the jurisdiction and all that. Somebody with very sufficient ties in the country, no one can reasonably expect that Freddy Blay is one person who absconded from the jurisdiction, let alone evaded the process of the law. And for that matter, clearly, bail should have been granted. It's an offense that is quite spurious, without any basis at all. He never committed the offense that he's been charged with, which is causing unlawful damage to property. Indeed, the prosecution's case itself, the facts of the prosecution's case, is of show that he was not the one who authorized the alleged destruction of any property. And indeed, there was no property at all on the land, or there was no building on the land to be destroyed. There was no building at all. So, I mean, these matters that are quite strange. I mean, I see this development as very unhealthy for our judicial system. It brings the judiciary into dispute when you have such a person denied bail and be sent on remand for about 3 weeks to come back after the Easter holidays. It can only be to punish a person unjustifiably because the matter has not even been gone to. And if you go into the matter, you see that clearly he cannot be guilty of the offense at all. It's something that eventually yes, he will prove in court.
Right, you were not.
Beside the judge also varies the condition. Was for him to have been put through the requirement of having 2 public servants and all itself will be a little bit not necessarily hard, but a little bit harsh. And I thought that it ought to vary, and it was varied in the way that it was done. But I would say that, I mean, we very much deplore the conduct of the Supreme Court judge at the Courtroom. We think that such conduct, apart from bringing the judiciary into disrepute, is actually symptomatic of some judicial high-handedness. High-handedness in the sense that he was treated, from our perspective, perhaps on account of his background, political background and all that. But this is not a matter that bail be granted to any person at all, no matter how high standing or low standing the person in society. And so how would you treat him in this way, especially when there's even no evidence of the service of the summons and what have you?
How?
Alternate too is in good medical care. He's on admission in GMC, and I believe that the medical practitioners are really doing their very best. And so he's in good health. I believe that he'll be in good spirits and all.
Former Attorney General, his name is Godfred Dami. I know that it's okay, and as it is going on, put him there for one day. Coco Blakk will catch him right now. I think now the best way to deal with misbehaving politicians is to put them in there. One day, they learn sense. You heard what he was saying? Yeah, when we go into the case, we realize that, yes, he didn't even order anything and he didn't blah, blah. And this is a lawyer. At a point, he was the Attorney General of the Republic. Am I correct? My brother. The judge is angry that they are calling him to come to the law court. So they will go into the case. And he's not coming. They have served him according to the bailiff. And this guy is not appearing. Now he says that there's no evidence of him being served with anything. That is something we can go into. But to say that we have not even gone into the case, if we go into the case, we realize that he didn't AB because he was not there for us to enter into the case. My brother, my sister, and he calls that high-handedness, judicial high-handedness. It means it's a harsh decision. The old man was going to be put in there for 3 weeks, police custody. So the best way to avoid this, most of the time, is to get a quack doctor who is as criminal as some of these guys. My brother, my sister, they will say, oh, he's sick. His BP has become as tall as Burj Khalifa. Therefore, take him to the hospital. And at the hospital, they can bring him a banquine and fufu and beer. He will drink and go, whilst Atayi and the rest are in there. Kobe in herself, they know they get. How come? Once these politicians are picked up, all of a sudden, they catch Popo Blakk. They are sick. They have to go to some hospital. Why didn't they take him to Kolebu? Kolebu, so that mosquitoes can at least suck a little bit of his blood. They took him to an exotic hospital like UGMC, which looks like a hospital in London. Take him to Kolebu, where the rest of us go, where crows and vultures are hovering all over the place because they smell carcass. The refrigerators, corpses are rotting in there. So the vultures are busy. They are smelling good food. Sweet momoni. They are about to eat that. Take him there. You take him to UGMC. I'm sure they gave him a diplomatic bed. He will sit there and a nurse will be assigned to him to go to him 1,000,000 times in a minute Say, what did you eat? Say, what did you drink? Say, I heard you do, do you need a massage? Say, I heard you do, please, do you need me to massage your esophagus? Or, yet, in Kolebu and other places, even if you are shouting, nurse, nurse, doctor, doctor, only vultures will respond. They are those that will respond. The people who are supposed to serve us, we end up serving them. They are treated better than us. I don't know what kind of service this is. Well, we are happy Elembele Mugabe is alive. I would have wished that they would lock him in there for 3 weeks, so that when he comes out, they will know that political power is not teen godship. Political power is not everything. It's service to mankind. If I were a politician, I would lead a life in such a way that even if they made a mistake and put me in there, the whole of Ghana would come there and parade and make so much noise. And say, no, this guy, we vouch for him. Not 5 or 6 Elembele boys coming there to hold placards, cover their faces. After that, they give them fried rice and chicken and Fanta to drink. Elembele Mugabe, no tears for you. I am sad that you were not put in there for 3 weeks. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. But there was another guy who was also trying to speak like Godfrey Dame. English. In Nigeria, they say grammar. It's a yarn grammar. Listen to the grammar. Watch this.
Served because he's an astute lawyer with over 48 years of practice. Looking at his credentials in Ghana, he has been a former first deputy speaker and a national party chairman of MP. He has not even been served, and even per the laws of the country, you cannot even give somebody 3 weeks remand. Looking at the case, so justice has been served, and I think it's a good for the country as a whole.
So we are seeing supporters of the party massed up here, trying to show solidarity to the former chairman. Did you organize it?
Troop in with their numbers to support the chairman because they feel that his right has been trampled upon.
Okay.
Did you organize the boys who came here to demonstrate? No. They came out in their numbers to support the chairman of the party. I don't know when we're going to look at Ghana first, rather than parties and anybody from my party, no matter how much he has stolen, once he's picked up, because it is a cult, we must all go there and support them no matter what crime they have committed. It's sad, but it is what it is. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here, we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. 2 other serious sins of Ken Ofori-Atta, Ghanaians never forget. How many of us know Ken Ofori-Atta? He's a crook who paraded as a finance minister of the Republic. At a time, he would appear in all white, quoting the Bible like Jeremiah. He spoke in tongues, and he was seen as holier than thou. Over 70 crimes attributed to him by the office of the special prosecutor have been opened up to the public to see. But two crimes will remain in the minds of Ghanaians. Forget about Ken Ofori-Atta refusing to come home. Forget about Ken Ofori-Atta and the DDEP, Domestic Debt Exchange Program, the unprofessional haircuts. Forget about Ken Ofori-Atta and the data bank and the excessive borrowing that made him rich, a crook like that. There are two sins Ghanaians pretend to forget, but they will never, ever forget. One of them, my brother, my sister, Ken Ofori-Atta here. Oh my God. Was the founder of an insurance company called the Enterprise Insurance. Your advantage, a galloping horse on a blue background. It was for him. And when he was in power, he virtually collapsed the SIC, State Insurance Company. Our promises are sacred. Conflict of interest. I am in power. I am the Minister of Finance. I have my own enterprise insurance. And all government business is supposed to be going, at least a major part of it should be going to the SIC. But Ken Ofori-Atta allegedly siphoned and misdirected government business to his own private enterprise insurance. Run the doors here. Hey, yo, P, uncle. Hey, yo, P. Hey, yo, papa. Former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta was involved in a long-standing controversy known as the Obotan project. That's another one, which involved allegations of financial misconduct concerning SNIT, Social Security and National Insurance Trust, in the late 90s. Apart from that, this is another one, the Obotan project controversy. In the late 1990s, SNIT invested approximately 2.24 million American dollars into a gated community housing project called Obotan Garden of Eden, proposed by Ofori-Atta's company, the Data Bank Financial Services, SNITO, in the 1990s. Critics and media reports allege that the project never materialized and that workers' pension funds were effectively stolen or misappropriated. Leave it there. So you see that this thing repeated in the DDEP. Obotan, $2.24 million. And Data Bank Financial Services was responsible. They were supposed to build a certain housing project for the community called Obotan Garden of Eden. And critics said it never happened. Did it really happen? Did it not happen? Flip the page. Ofori-Atta has consistently denied these claims, describing them as false and malicious. He clarified that when SNIT decided to divest from the project in 2005, Data Bank purchased their entire equity stake. He maintained that SNIT received back every cent of its investment plus interest, approximately 2.22 million principal and 78,680 American dollar interest by 2007, after about 10 years. Now, as recently as 2018, listen to this. Petitions were filed with the Office of the Special Prosecutor to reopen investigations into the 1999 transfer of these funds to Ofori-Atta's affiliate companies, including Databank. Now let's go deeper into the SIC issue. Listen attentively. Now the allegations regarding the diversion of insurance business from the state-owned SIC, Insurance Company PLC, to Enterprise Insurance, a private company co-founded by Ken Ofori-Atta, center on claims of state capture and conflicts of interest. Critics, including opposition MPs, allege that as finance minister, Ofori-Atta used his influence to steer lucrative government insurance contracts toward Enterprise Insurance, his own Enterprise Insurance. O government there, Abanejuma Onswa Courtroom. Ofori-Atta's wife, Dr. Angela Ofori-Atta, served as a director at Enterprise Insurance, further fueling claims of familial benefits from state deals. Kelly Gajepo, Ofori-Atta's long-term business partner and co-founder of Databank, served as the group CEO of Enterprise Group while also holding other high-profile state positions, such as board chair of the Electricity Company of Ghana. Apart from Gajepo, Kelly Gajepo, being the co-founder or one of the founders of Enterprise Insurance, he also held government positions. And they siphoned, allegedly, government businesses meant for SIC and sat on that and grew their pot belly, quoting the Bible and wearing white. It was alleged that the insurance cover for the newly formed CBG, that's the Consolidated Bank of Ghana, was moved from other insurers to Enterprise Insurance shortly after the bank's inception. Remember when they collapsed all the banks, brought some together, and then formed the CBG, Consolidated Bank Ghana, all the banks. Jobs were lost. A lot of bankers had to go home and die early deaths. And what happened? The insurance cover for the newly formed Consolidated Bank Ghana was moved from other insurers, and Enterprise Insurance was the main insurer, collecting all the premium. Ofori-Atta. Then the National Cathedral Project. Listen, reports surfaced that Enterprise Insurance was granted the contract to insure the multi-million-dollar National Cathedral construction site. So the whole National Cathedral, it was Enterprise Insurance that the business was given to as insurers. Ken Ofori-Atta's wife was, as you saw, one of the directors. His best friend, Kelly Gajepo. And his wife is still here. Kelly, where is he? They were those who collaborated with the National Cathedral to rob Ghana, allegedly. Then the Agenda 111. Do we all remember the Agenda 419? Was it 111? Some critics claim that insurance guarantees for the Agenda 111 hospital projects were also handled by Enterprise. Oh, almost every big government project, the insurer should have been SIC. That's the national insurer. Government projects. They had a way of twisting the hands of the government and backpassing it to Enterprise. Strict conflict of interest. Wicked. How did it affect SIC? Opposition members argued these moves left the state-owned SIC insurance anemic. Why a dry? Why a koli? Why there is saman koliwa? Anemic or in a comatose state by stripping it of reliable government revenue streams. It's like GBC. You see where GBC is? My brother, my sister, GBC. And government businesses are supposed to be going to GBC. But because somebody is in government and he owns another radio station called GKR, all the government businesses go to GKR by virtue of the fact that I am the boss. That's what it is, as alleged. In the late 2025, reports indicated that current administration, yes, the current one, was making efforts to recover state insurance businesses that had previously been moved to private firms like Enterprise. Yes. Official defense. Shiraj Osho also went into it. His supporters have historically maintained that Enterprise is a publicly listed, highly competitive firm and that any contracts won were based on merit rather than political favoritism. Can you hear this? You, as finance minister, is it not your duty to even make enterprise insurance stronger? To make the state be in a better position so the state can make money? You are proud that you have a certain outfit and is more competitive than the state one that you are supposed to be managing. In 2007, a Shraj report on related bond issues cleared him of direct conflict. Listen, of direct conflict of interest, but noted procedural breaches and failure to disclose all businesses. No direct conflict of interest, but procedural incursions, breaches. The Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice has conducted several investigations into the Ofori-Atta issue, most notably regarding the 2017 bond issuance and his asset declarations. Dash it away. These are the two solid sins, aside every other thing that Ofori-Atta has done, including the fact that he has refused to return to Ghana. He is seeking residence in America. He has applied. My brother, my sister, did we see his photograph earlier? If we haven't seen Ken's photograph, put it out, so we know who we are talking about. We saw this photo, right? That's the man. How can you be this wicked, allegedly, to your own country? And he's a cousin of the president. The president handpicked him. Many said he was not even qualified for the position. But they put him there and he messed all of us up. Today he's running around claiming that his country is witch hunting him. This was how he appeared in an American court. Had it not been there in that detention center, I didn't even know that he ever had hair on his head. Look at him. Like some abandoned products on the highway. Like a sack of cassava abandoned on the highway by some people from Ohoi. Look at this. And he stands there quoting the Bible as if he wrote the Bible. He knows every verse in the Bible. He knows every character in the Bible, from Jeremiah all the way through Ruth. He knows their fathers and mothers and grandchildren. This guy. Even his own uncle Nana Addo is still here with all the atrocities. He's begging him to come home. He said he will never come. Such a wicked, dangerous man. Dash him away. Today we remember more scenes of Ofori-Atta while he was in power. Alleged conflict of interests, my brother, my sister, and more, using his own outfits and organizations. Can I end with this? Do you know that he was the richest minister ever in the history of Ghanaian politics? Did you know that? He was the wealthiest. His asset declaration was so heavy, it looked like he had discovered a whole gold field with low-hanging fruits. Posterity would indeed judge us harshly. May justice be done. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Oh yes, hey-ya! Hey-yo! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Skipper George.
Black Pot. Kukushoda, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please take a second, hit on the subscription button, right after that on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. And above all, recommend us to family and friends. Please share the broadcast. This is the moment of truth. Yes, the headquarters of the truth. And we are the biggest when it comes to Pan-Africanism, consciousness, and of course, patriotism online. We are called the Black Empire Media, and the show is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on, and we are happy to do that for free. Yes, for free, absolutely. All right? We're happy to do it. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Thanks so very much to Tesori d'Oriente. And of course, we want to also say thank you so much to Millennium Insurance. And when we talk about Millennium Insurance, We are talking about your trustworthy partner. Hey, home and allied perils insurance, we are champions. Motor insurance policy, no problem. Third party comprehensive, fire, no problem. Is it fire? Natural disaster, earthquake, tsunami, no problem. We are the champions of insurance. We are called Millennium Insurance. And for your travel insurance, remember, it is still Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Hey, if it is not Millennium Insurance, then it is not enough assurance. Personal accident and group personal accident insurance, your 24/7 cover is right here with us. Please visit our website and make sure you are part of the Millennium Insurance family. And when it comes to claims, everybody is talking about Millennium Insurance. We are so good with that. We believe that we are your trustworthy partner. So when you are in trouble, we must wipe your tears. We don't delay when we have to give up, because we always want to treat you as family. Our offices are in Takoradi, in Ofori-Atta, in Kumasi, in Accra, in Sunyani. Oh, just pick up the numbers and talk to us. We are ready when you are ready. Millennium Insurance is your trustworthy partner. Oh, yes. And if you are sending money from the United Kingdom or any part of Europe, hey, we are giving you 10 British pounds back, 10 euros back, as long as you send 100 pounds or 100 euros and more. But remember, this would only work if you use the referral code 1RASTA. As you see, 1RASTA, RASTA ba coupe, RASTA eko mepe. Oh, pese ba coupe. Zero transfer fees. We don't charge you anything to send your money to your loved ones in Ghana, to your business partners in Ghana. What business are you doing in Ghana? Who do you have to send money to in Ghana? They will receive it on their mobile phones or in their bank accounts through Lemfi. My brother, Lemfi is Africa owned. So everything comes to us here. And in Ghana, Lemfi is into so many development projects. That is why I love Lemfi. And I am a proud Lemfian. Now, if you're sending money from the Americas, hey, money from the United States of America, sending money from Canada, no problem. Oh my God. We will give you $20 back. 20 Canadian dollars back. 20 American dollars back. Just send $100 and more using the referral code 1RASTA. Rasta eko mepe. Rasta ba coupe. Mpese ba coupe. And that's it. Please speak to family and friends. If it is not Lemfi, don't send it. And Lemfi is duly registered and is 100% safe. And when you send, it comes in just seconds. Shoo! And it gets there. Passion. It goes. My brother, my sister. And you receive it on your Momo or even your bank account, depending on what you prefer. Send money right now using Lemfi. Use the referral code 1RASTA. And the rates are more than just competitive. Competitive rates. That's why everybody is talking about Lemfi. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushownemo. And here we speak truth to power. Final story. Story number 5. Watch this. Why BOAHENE is smuggled into courtroom now. How many people know Kobna BOAHENE? He was the boss of the NSB, National Signals Bureau. And he turned his office into a den of brutality and thievery, as told to us by state prosecutors. He became a terror kidnapping people left, right, and center, including women. At least there was one case of kidnapping attributed to him. A lady who worked with Emirates. We have told you so much about the alleged sins and crimes of this psychopath. He's called Kobna Edu-Boahene. My brother, my sister, he's standing trial for allegedly stealing 49 million Ghana cedis. Stealing 7 million American dollars. Translated into 49 million Ghana cedis at the existing rate of the Ghana cedi to the dollar. My brother, my sister, right now he's standing trial. And the judge sitting on his case has been changed. Because the president, as told to us by the Chief Justice, wants to see things done speedily. Quick. And therefore, these days, Edu-Boahene goes to court almost every other day. Yesterday, he was in court. Today, he appeared in court again. They want to finish the case. We are told that by the 26th, there must be a certain judgment. And the judge that is sitting on the case is a man of high repute and respect, professional excellence. His name, and I never forget, is Justice Francis Apangabuno Achebunga. That's his name. Justice Francis Apangabuno Achebunga. And judges like Atuguba, Justice Atuguba, and many more have given him his bouquet of flowers, saying that he's one of his own kind in his own class in these times. He is a judge that you can never compromise. His integrity is taller than the Burj Khalifa. Hallelujah. Justice Francis Apangabuno Achebunga. My brother, this is the man we're talking about. Justice Francis Apangabuno Achebunga. And many Ghanaians have come to love this man. They have come to idolize him. They have come to attribute justice to his name. And a speedy one, of course. My brother, my sister, Edu-Boahene, these days when he's appearing in court, nobody sees him. They take him through a certain tunnel. So you are not able to see him approach. Maybe for security reasons. These days, he goes through a certain tunnel. His lawyers would all walk in there. But for him, they would whisk him through a tunnel. They call it the judge's tunnel. And before you realize, he is in court. I am glad that he's being protected so that any crazy man who wants to visit him with harm, before he faces true justice, will not achieve his aim. He was in court. And what happened in court today? Now they are trying to prove or say from yesterday and the days gone by that at the national security, workers were allowed to go on special operations, funding themselves. Do you understand? There's a special operation. The bureaucracy will be long. So use your own money. Go and do it. And when you finish, bring the invoice, we'll pay. Meanwhile, national security is the richest institution in Ghana. One of the most well-financed in Ghana. Why the bureaucratic bottlenecks? Now, Edith was the finance boss of NSB and maybe national security. My brother, my sister, and Edu BOAHENE was her boss. She said in court that yes, some of the operations, it came out that they had to be pre-financed by individuals, and later they would come back and get paid. My brother, my sister, as to where Attachia, the lawyer, is going with this case, only time will tell us. It moved from Ghana must go backs. Now it is, whether it is pre-financed or not. My brother, the case is so clear. 7 million American dollars. Edu BOAHENE allegedly found a way of stealing that money, compromising one or two bank workers, cloning a certain account and putting this in there. And he started to blow the money on himself. At first, he said that account was actually official and it was created by the national security. And his boss endorsed that. Now, prosecutors are saying, if it was actually official, why was it that you blew all the 7 million on yourself? Tell us. Did the national security owe you? If yes, what service did you provide? To the tune of 7 million. Maybe that is where Attachia is going. Oh, national security owed him because he did some special operations to the tune of 7 million, one man. So the money was paid into his account. That was why he was blowing it. Okay. What services did you render? My brother, my sister, the days coming will be very interesting. My brother, everybody must be accountable for their tenure of office. Edu BOAHENE allegedly took advantage of the weak system, and with the innocent face, he stole like Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, like the thief of Baghdad. Hey, 7 million. And I told you already, after this case, when he goes to jail, we will bring him back and slap him with more thievery cases. That guy, as told to us by prosecutors, is a deadly psychopath. We leave the rest to the courts. The prosecutors have made their case. The Honorable Dr. Semsai, and of course, there's Warungu boy, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayene, alongside my very good brethren, the man who recouped over 600 million Ghana cedis to the state from thieves and charlatans in just less than 1 year that he has been in the office of Ioko. Capo di tutti capi. Capore Remonacha. They came together and they are not sleeping until justice is done. And I've never been so happy like now that justice will be delivered to the letter. Wallahi. I sympathize with Atachian. He has been given a case. And anytime he goes to court, I believe that he wears pampers. Because diarrhea, like that. The stomach is always running. The heat is too much for him. But he has to behave like a professional. There was one time he ran out of court, angry that the judge was not doing the thing the way he wanted. And he stormed out of court. He was lucky to have run away without being slapped with contempt of court. Professionals don't do that. My brother, my sister, Atachian spoke after today's sitting. And what did he say happened? And what are his chances for his clients? Watch this.
Well, so far, so very good. The prosecution witness is just being factual. There's no way you can improve upon the facts that I would have. And there's nothing that we put across which is not from the prosecution, itself. So this is what we are doing. And I don't want to talk about the legal implication, but if your adversary is admitting, your facts, the conclusion is yours. I don't want to talk about it. But we are not too concerned about this prosecution witness for one good measure, that she can't run away from the facts. They are waiting for Mr. Cromwell, the investigator, who will come and explain how he got into the national security space. I hold the view that Cromwell's day will be the best day in court because of the fact that he will become the conveyor belt of Yoko. And there's nothing that he's saying that he knows anything about. But so far, so very good. We'll soldier on, and this trip will continue.
But today you attempted to tender there was an issue that had to do with the national security's budget, for which reason the prosecution objected to and it was upheld. Now you're being asked to produce it. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was very unfortunate. You see, we generated the budget of the then BNC as sent to Parliament by the Minister for Finance, electronic document, in the sense that we pulled it off from the internet. Everybody can go to the Ministry of Finance's website and get those documents. So we were acutely surprised that a challenge was being lodged against the document, the paper document, which is on the website anyway. And what is sad that the lady identified that it was from the Ministry of Finance, and also it related to the budget of BNC. So the judge said, well, if it's an issue of authenticity, then we should prove it. That's why I sought an adjournment. So I go and bring the volume of the budget for the perusal of the judge, and then we move on. But the lady actually said that, I shouldn't bring the budget, but rather the witness. And I don't know what is wrong with my hand. So there's faith in the hand of the prosecution witness. We'll see when we return to the court with the document.
All right, thank you very much, Counsel.
Pleasure.
Well, interesting things are happening. I'm happy. Now you have to prove beyond every doubt. And when people go to jail, then we know that we've done the work right. I am glad that they are talking the legal language. He pulled out something from the internet, allegedly, from the website of whoever and whatever government agency. And they had to authenticate it. It's very simple. If you bring a document like that, it must have a certain seal. You can't go on the internet and say, this is from this website, therefore is the most authentic. In court, here you might say it and, go free time after time. But in court, it must have a sign and a seal. That is why even your certificates, even if they were published on the university's platform, they might still have a seal and a stamp. Atachia says it was most unfortunate that the judge said they had to go and bring a most authenticated copy. So he says he'll go and bring it. We are waiting. The matter would go. At the end of the day, let's all think Ghana. This is not about party politics. It's about people stealing money from the Republic. Using Chronobone, Proye Kankai to steal. That is it. It's clear. He said that you stole $7 million. Is it true or false? Oh, it's false, my Lord. How did the money find its way into your account? And we didn't see you use it for any purpose related to Ghana, but you bought yourself flashy cars, houses, and went around misbehaving with money. That's the bottom line. Are they trying to say that the guy worked for the national security to the tune of $7 million? That was what was paid into his account. Do they have receipts to show what kind of work was delivered? At the end of the day, my brother, my sister, justice will be served. That I am most sure. If Komna Edu BOAHENE is innocent, may he walk free. If he's not, may the long arms of the law squeeze him back and direct him where he belongs, the jail, so that many more people can learn. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate you and we love you. And at this point, I just want to say, our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. And we apologize for the break in streaming, the break in transmission. It was due to a technical problem. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for sticking with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Now let's see your comments and let's make hay while the sun is still up there and shining. Send them via YouTube. They could also come via Facebook. Alfredo says watching live from NKC. That's Nadoli Kalio constituency, Upper West region. Black Rasta. Wayo. Queen Felicia says good evening, Black Rasta. Come here. Eric Lopez Abankwa said Black. We love you because you don't play to the gallery. You just let the truth bare for us to digest. How we carry them is not your responsibility. I love you, my brother. And I love you, Eric. Give thanks. Salute of patriotism. Charles Promega says, you don't know anything, get away there. I wish you would tell us who you are referring to, but it is what it is. Philip Kojo Jan Wedu says, you guys are living with foreign agents. All right. More comments coming in. Send them via YouTube. You could also come via Facebook. Larry John says, did you also beg for forgiveness when you lied against some MPs that they smoked weed? When you were making those allegations, did you also think about the outcome? Don't be a hypocrite. Yes, sir. Ras Oko Kofi Sun Moon says, Lama. Well, it doesn't look like something I can read. But please be respectful to other people on the channel, okay? Be respectful. It's a planet of respect, okay? We are a whole planet on our own, okay? Agova Wisdom says, Black Rasta, you said Freddy Blay is walking like an alien chicken. Of course. More fire. Black Pot. Watch this. Come here. Dash it away. Share, and share. Amina Sela says, me cry. Aras Okokofi Sunu say, madam. Okay. More comments coming in. Send them via Facebook. Yeah, it's free. It's free. Laugh. Feel good. Cry when you feel like crying. But please don't be disrespectful, okay? Zion Genesis says, talk to me. Jadon says, sacked, and no security detected a little fly in the air within. Why? Okay. McCarthy, courage, says, Mua fire. Watching you live from Wale Wale. And McCarthy Courage says he's watching. Zion Genesis is excited about it. And Raskofi Okosun Moon says, come here. Mark Romeo Ofori says, Professor Blakk. Bawa Uwa says, Black Pot. Isa Yesu, preach Black Rasta. And McCarthy says, Black Moon of Fire. Watching you live from Wale Wale. When are you coming home to Wale Wale? We miss you. I will be there. I will be there, okay? I will be there. Shri Guru Nanaksar says, I thought his house was a five-star hotel when I first saw it on Facebook. Ooh, let's know. Osai Bedu says, come here. The Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodemo. Ras Okokofisu Moon says, at first, I thought you were talking about Shatawale. Meanwhile, it's Wale Wale. All right. Pandy Pamak says, these guys are not serious. Abida Sena says, Ras Okokofisu Moon, over to you. Pandy Pamak says, let justice prevail. And Muyigiwa says, Muwa fire. Pandy Pamak says, such an arrogant old man. Mawuli Rex Bagbo is laughing. David Ajay says, watching you live from Wembley, London. And he says, dash it away. And Alvin Theophilus Gilla says, bless you, Blakk. Bless you too. Sir Mark says, watching you live and clear. Emmanuel Agbeve says, there's no water in northern Ghana. Okay. Ebenezer Angle says, nice intro. I love the rhymes. And young Emmanuel says, dash it away, a.k.a. Kukushodemo. E-boy says, or I-boy says, Kukushodemo. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. And then Nicholas Tube is excited about the show. We love you. Sylvester Ajekum says, the Black Rasta, taxi driver. And then young Manuel says, my favorite Black Rasta. Come here. The truth is spoken to power. Audu Isaka says, Lord have mercy. And John Manuel says, God is here. Truth to power. Ameto Michael says, hey, yo. Hey, our country or nothing. And says, God is here. SM for life. Ameto Michael says, one Rasta. Rasta Bakupe. That's it. More comments coming in. Send them via Facebook. They could also come via YouTube. And then Manizo says, this is the Black Pot. And here we speak truth to power. Come here. From George Dele, Germany. And he lives in Dortmund, in Germany. David J says, the best online program currently. Thank you. Ameto Michael said, Daddy, you told us we are your children. And you promised us that you will never abandon us. We miss you. Please come home. And this one, we know who it is going to. Henry Atia says, hi, Blakk. How are you doing? Ameto Michael says, may their souls rest in perfect peace. Annie Adonani says, good evening, family. And Black Rasta More Fire. The general says, every day, Edu BOAHENE. Why? Has he taken your friend or weed? Maybe it's the weed. Okay? More comments. And they could come via Facebook or YouTube. Raskama says, Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Professor Black Rasta himself. More respect to you. And I pray that the Almighty Allah keeps protecting and guiding you. And then Prince Cock says, first here, welcome back, Black Rasta. Come here. Raskama says, watching you live from Spain, Barcelona. Long live the Black Pot, more fire. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedekun says, I really pity Africans. Why? How can Americans come to Ghana and extradite people by Ghana? Had no chance to go to America and arrest the crazy bald head Ofori-Atta. Shame to our politics. Well, we are also bringing some people from there. Okay? The Ofori-Atta thing is still in court. The same way the Abu Trika issue is still in court. So I don't know why you are saying what you're saying. Okay? And then Ellen says, because it's their monies and their citizens that are victims, period. Okay? More comments coming in. Ellen, how are you doing? We are happy to have you here and we love you. More comments. Ameto Michael says, Black Rasta, I don't support crime, but I think we must stop extraditing our citizens to another country, but prosecute and jail them in Ghana. Ransford Titi says, Oliver Mawusi Baka Vomawo. Okay. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedeku says, Black, it seems in this era, we still believe in the politics, market on the wall. Samuel A.O. Sunday Adedeku says the NDC is the one now defending the team of the cathedral. That is about the case, Black. Where is Afenyo Makin? Has he been charged as the head of the committee? Which committee? Let me know. Ameto Michael says, good or bad, we must protect our patriots. Let them face the law in Ghana. Emmanuel Ania says, sick and tired of these Eduboyan stories. And the authorities just playing with our minds or what? Oh, Emmanuel. There is now a new judge sitting on the thing, and every day they are in court to speed up the thing. It's still not good. I understand. Maybe you are as uneasy as I am, but people must be given the chance to defend themselves. Okay? Yes, a lot of us want people to suffer for the crimes that they have committed, but we must first and foremost prove that they have committed the crimes. Okay? More comments coming in. I think we'll take 2 more slides and we'll be out of the show. All right? This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kuku Shonemo. And here we speak truth to power. We appreciate you and we love you. Our numbers are still scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a certain story you want us to follow up on. We are happy to do that. And please share the broadcast. Until then, I want to apologize for the break in transmission. In fact, we had a technical issue, but I'm glad we came back. Please share the broadcast. Hey, see you again tomorrow. Hey, 6 p.m. sharp. Hey, woyo.